Hello, my dear kiddos. Hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to see Neet 2023 previous year question part 9 and the paper code is E1. Let us begin the very first question. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, in prokaryotes the positively charged DNA is held with some negatively charged proteins in a region called nucleoid. Statement 2, in eukaryotes the negatively charged DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer to form nucleosome. So choose the right answer. Statement 1 and 2 are true. Statement 1 and 2 are false. Statement 1 true, 2 false, 1 correct. Sorry, 1 incorrect, 2 true. Your time starts. 3, 2, 1 right now. Yeah. So children, statement 1 is absolutely false. Statement 2 is absolutely true. In prokaryotes also the DNA is negatively charged only. And if you look at the proteins associated, they are first of all non-histone proteins and it is not necessary that they are negatively charged. Whereas second statement is absolutely true because the DNA is negatively charged and it is wrapped around positively charged histone octamer, which is made up of 8 histone proteins, and the entire structure we call it nucleosome. Therefore the answer is option D. Statement 1 is wrong, statement 2 is true. Match list 1 with list 2 with respect to human eye. Fovea, iris, blind spot, sclera. Although it's not there right now, there is nothing wrong in knowing it, so please know it. List 2, visible colored portion of the eye that regulates diameter of pupil. External layer of eye formed of dense connective tissue. Point of greatest visual acuity or resolution. Point where optic nerve leaves the eyeball and photoreceptor cells are absent. You have to choose the right answer. Your time starts now. Alright, and here goes the answer. A3. So fovea, if you see, is the point of greatest visual acuity or resolution. Iris, you're learning from grade 10, yeah? Human eye and the colorful world you might have learned. So B is 1, visible colored portion of the eye that regulates diameter of the pupil. C, blind spot, right? Point where optic nerve leaves the eyeball and the photoreceptor cells are absent. And D is sclera, which is external layer of the eye formed of dense connective tissue. The answer slide is here. And the next question, match list 1 and list 2. List 1, P wave, Q wave, QRS complex, T wave. This was again a repeated question in 2024, very important. Beginning of systole, repolarization of ventricles, depolarization of atria, depolarization of ventricle. Your time starts. 3, 2, 1 right now. Okay, this is a very easy one, right? So in an ECG, electrocardiogram, right? P wave represents depolarization of atria, and that causes them to contract of the auricles. The Q wave marks the beginning of systole, where the ventricles start to contract. QRS complex shows depolarization of ventricles. Finally, T wave repolarization of ventricles when they begin to relax. Given below are two statements, assertion and reason. Assertion, amniocentesis for sex determination is one of the strategies of reproductive and child healthcare program. Reason, ban on amniocentesis checks increase menace of female feticide. Choose the correct answer. Both A and R are true. R is the correct explanation. A and R are true. R is not the correct explanation. A true, R false. A false, R true. Your time starts now. Alright. Here goes the answer. A is false but R is true. A is false because amniocentesis is not a strategy under the reproductive and child healthcare program. In fact, using amniocentesis for sex determination is illegal in India, right? Amniocentesis is nothing but the withdrawal of the amniotic fluid, right, in order to determine the sex. So R is true because there is ban on amniocentesis. Indeed, it is meant to prevent female feticide. Yeah, the prenatal sex determination is illegal in India. So A is false, R is true. The option D is right. Once the undigested and the unabsorbed substance enter the cecum, their backflow is prevented by sphincter of Forda, ileocecal valve, gastroesophageal sphincter and pyloric sphincter. Your time starts. 3, 2, 1. I know this is a question from digestive system which is not there, but fine, you can just know it. The answer is ileocecal wall, between the ileum and the cecum. Yes. And then match list 1 and list 2. Gene A, gene Y, gene I, gene Z. Beta galactosidase, transacetylase, permease and depressor protein. Your time starts right now. Match list 1 and list 2. Okay, the answer is option B. So gene C codes for beta galactosidase, which breaks down lactose into glucose and galactose. Gene Y codes for permease, which helps in transport of lactose into the cell. Gene A codes for transacetylase, which is involved in detoxification process. And gene I is the regulatory gene that codes for repressor protein, which can block the expression of structural genes. Alright, match list 1 and list 2. List 1, peptic cells, goblet cells, oxyntic cells and hepatic cells. Mucus, bile juice, proenzyme, pepsinogen, HCl and intrinsic factor for vitamin B12. Choose the correct option. Come on, your time starts. 3, 2, 1 right now. A lot of match the following, assertion, reason, statement 1, statement 2, true or false. These type of questions are highly repeated, so pay attention. So here if you see, the peptic cells, also the chief cells, they secrete proenzyme pepsinogen, which is later activated to pepsin for protein digestion. Goblet cells are responsible, basically goblet cells are secretory cells which secrete mucus which protects the lining of the GI tract. Oxyntic cells or parietal cells we say secrete HCl, an intrinsic factor which is essential for B12 absorption. And hepatic cells, of course, hepato means liver, produces the bile juice. Which of the following function is carried out by cytoskeleton in a cell? Nuclear division, protein synthesis, motility, transportation. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Carried out by cytoskeleton. Yes, the answer is motility. The cytoskeleton is a network of protein filaments in the cytoplasm that provides structural support, helps maintain the shape of the cell, and plays a key role in motility. It enables movement of the organelles, vesicles, and even the entire cell through components like microfilaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments. Other functions like nuclear division and protein synthesis involve different structures of the nucleus and ribosomes, but not cytoskeleton. Right, next question. Given below are two statements. One is labeled assertion, another one reason. Assertion. Nephrons are two types, cortical and juxtamedullary, based on their relative position in cortex and medulla. Reason. Juxtamedullary nephrons have short loop of Henle, whereas cortical nephrons have longer loop. A and R are true, R is the correct explanation. A and R are true, R is not the correct explanation. A true, R false. A false, R true. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Alright. Here goes the answer. Children, absolutely A is true because there are two types, right? Cortical and juxtamedullary. The wrong thing is reason here because juxtamedullary nephrons, they have long loop of Henle, right? But here they are mentioning short loop, which is wrong. Cortical nephrons comparatively will have shorter loops of Henle. Yeah. Next one. Given below are two statements. Yeah, this is what we just did. Okay, next one. The last and the final question for today's session. Given below are two statements. Electrostatic precipitator is most widely used in thermal power plant. Statement 2. Electrostatic precipitator is in the thermal power plant removes ionizing radiation. Both statements are correct. Both statements are wrong. Statement 1 correct. Statement 2 wrong. Statement 1 incorrect. Statement 2 wrong. Statement 2 correct. Your time starts 3, 2, 1 right now. Alright, here goes the answer. Statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect. Why do you think so, children? Statement 1 is correct because the electrostatic precipitator is one of the most widely used devices in the thermal power plants to control air pollution. Therefore, it's very true. But statement 2 is incorrect because it does not remove ionizing radiation. It will just remove fine particles, not radiation. Therefore, statement 2 is wrong. So, the right answer is option C. With that, we are winding up today's session. I hope you all enjoyed. If you are really finding this super useful, please like, share, and subscribe. And ta-da, bye-bye, and take care. All the best for your exams.